Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi. It is Sunday the 8th of March 2026 and I'm back at the Bath West Showground in Shepton Mallet for the Bulldog Toy Fair. It's a bit of a grey and dismal morning, but I'm still excited because there's always toys to be found at this toy fair and there's always some good bits to be found. Every time I come here I seem to find something different, something that I didn't know I wanted for my collection. I'm after quite a few bits for projects that I'm working on today, so I'm going to be looking and sort of rummaging for parts. Hopefully I will find a few, but really with toy fairs you never know what you're going to find, so let's just head on in, see what we can get today. you doing? Right, so I am back in the car, and that was a pretty good toy fair. It's still a really miserable day out there. It's grey and it's pretty cold, but the toy fair has cheered me up nicely. Lots of good things to see, lots of people to say hello to. I've managed to find a couple of items that I wanted for my collection, things that I've been sort of eyeing up on eBay, so it's always nice to buy them in person rather than off eBay. Also found a real oddity that I'm not sure I will keep for particularly long, but it's a nice item, and a couple of other bits that I needed to get into my collection. So let's head on back to toy-polloi and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so I am now back at toy-polloi, and we'll start with the first little oddity and the first thing that I actually bought on the day, which was this, which is a broken Star Wars figure. This is 21B, the medical droid, and I picked it up for sort of a specific reason, which I'm hoping people watching will be able to sort of give me a little bit more information about. Now, the reason it is broken is because it wasn't actually sort of glued together properly, and I believe this is what they call a sort of non-sonic welded figure. There is no glue and no sort of fixing around the body at all, which means, you know, when a child first got this, it would have been all together, and with a little bit of sort of wiggling and playing, it fell apart. So everything is here. It is 100% complete. It even has the little weapon, but it is a non-sonic welded figure. Now, I believe that these are sort of mildly sought after. So if anyone knows any sort of information about this, then please do leave some comments below, because I would like to know a little bit more about it. Sadly, there is a slight crack on the front and the back of this figure, just around the sort of joining part, but there is no glue whatsoever on the figure. So to me, it's a little bit of an oddity, but I believe they are sort of a collectible thing. I only paid £8 for it, which is actually still very cheap for a complete Star Wars figure. I think even this little accessory probably is worth more than £8. So yeah, that was the first thing I bought, a non-sonic welded 21B medical droid. So as I say, if you have any information about it, do leave some comments below. Next up, we have a couple of Fisher-Price Adventure People figures that I picked up from Lawrence at Toy Planet UK. I collect just the figures of this toy line, so the boat that they came with, I have to say I don't need, but the two figures are ones that I don't currently have in my collection. With Fisher-Price Adventure People figures, they tend to reuse lots of bodies and parts, and these figures have actually been produced, I think, in red and in yellow. I certainly have both of these guys in yellow, and I have the male version in red as well, but I don't have green versions of them, so these are definitely going to be going straight in my collection. I quite like the fact that these do come with a sort of mini accessory. None of the other figures actually have accessories, but these ones you can get these sort of air tanks that fit over the heads, and those are pretty cool. So yeah, that's two extra figures to add to my collection. I believe there's only about 70 figures in the entire run of Adventure People figures. I think I'm getting up to sort of 55, maybe 60 of them, so I'm getting close to getting all of them. I'm now down to just sort of odd variants and sort of colour variations, mainly to complete the set. But yeah, these two green ones are fantastic, and they're in really pretty good condition as well. A little bit of paint wear to them, but otherwise they are looking very nice indeed. So those are a nice pickup and a nice addition to my growing collection there. Next up, it's something that I don't buy an awful lot of, and that is Lego. But I've been wanting for a while to get some vintage space Lego in my collection. I've got a couple of the little minifigures, and today at the toy fair I saw these sets. So these are sort of the mini little build sets, and I remember having a few of these as a child. Me and my brother used to buy them because they were pretty cheap sort of kits. I remember them being less than £1 in the toy shops, and you've got a nice little figure and a little spaceship. So I bought two of these. I'm not sure if they're complete. The lady selling them said they were, so that will be something I will have to do later on. I'm going to clean them all up because they're pretty dirty, and then build them, but I'm hopeful that they are complete sets. So first up is this little space vehicle, which is set 6801. It even comes with the instructions, which is pretty nice. The figures are a little bit worn, a little bit yellowed, but it does look like everything is there. So as I say, that will be cleaned up, and I'll probably do a little build video on toy-polloi 2 for that, because I think it'll be quite fun to get them cleaned and built. And then I bought another set, which is a slightly bigger vehicle, which is this one, which is 891, which is a little spaceship. Again, the lady said it was all complete. This one is a little bit more yellowed. You can see some of the bricks are a bit sort of yellowed and sort of damaged, but it will still be fun to build it. Maybe if I need to find some replacement pieces, I can do that. But yeah, whether they're complete, I will find out later on. I paid £9 each for these, which I didn't think was too bad, because I have been looking on eBay to buy a few of them, and they tend to go for a bit more than that. So yeah, £9 each on those two sets. I was pretty pleased with it, and we'll find out if they're complete over on toy-polloi 2 soon. Then we come on to the final and biggest thing that I bought, which is the sort of the oddity of the lot, I'm going to say, because I actually had to carry this around with me all the time because I couldn't fit it in my bag, so I was carrying this around like a suitcase to my side, and that is this. And this is a large Cindy carrying case. I paid £10 for this because it was in really very nice condition. It's fairly dirty. You can see there's lots of, sort of dirt and grime, like it's been stored in a loft, but it is in really nice condition. It's got a little handle at the top and a clip, so you can press the clip, open it up like so, and inside you have space to store one figure, which you can then see through the window on the front, and a large area here to store all of your outfits. It's even got a little hook here, so I guess there's supposed to be some sort of hanging rail so you could hang outfits down. I just thought this was a really nice item. I like carry cases in general. They're a very useful way of storing figures, and I've got a few Cindy's, so yeah, for £10 I thought this was too good to sort of leave there. It's not got a huge amount of damage to it. The vinyl at the bottom is slightly split in the corners, but considering the age of this, I'm going to say this is probably 45, possibly 50 years old. It's really in very nice condition. So that was my little oddity that I picked up today. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with it. I'll certainly give it a clean up, and I may just store figures in it, but for £10 I could not leave that behind. I do have one final thing that I came home with, which is this, which is a lizard from the Mego toy line. So this is the enemy of Spider-Man. I didn't buy this. This is actually to fix. Ian, one of the stall holders, asked me a while back if I would take a look at it because it's got a broken leg, and so this time when I saw him, he sort of gave this to me to see if I can actually get him fixed up. It's a slightly awkward one to fix because the knee pins are actually green, so you can't just use a normal knee pin, but it does look like he has included all the broken pieces, so that's just going to be a little project that I'm going to do on the sidelines for him. It's nice to be able to help fellow collectors, and as I sort of chat with him on and off at these toy fairs, it's a nice little project to do. So I'll get this fixed up and I'll give this back to him at the next toy fair. So there we go, that was it for all my sort of pickups at today's toy fair. A really interesting amount of stuff to be seen, lots of good things to buy if you've got space in your collection. At the moment, my collection is pretty full, so I'm sort of being very picky about what I do pick up. But these pieces here are things that I have been wanting for quite a while. Certainly the Fisher-Price Adventure people, they're nice to find. I'm very pleased to get the Lego pieces. The Cindy case is a little bit of an oddity, and I certainly will clean that up. I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to keep that, but for now it is a nice item. And then of course we have the non-Sonic welded Star Wars figure, the 21B. If you do know anything about these non-Sonic welded figures, then do please leave some comments below, because I'd like to learn a bit more about them. I still think for £8 that was a pretty good buy, but I have a feeling it may be worth more because I think people do collect those. So but yeah, do let me know if you have any information on that. The toy fair is always a great one, so if you were ever in the area, I do recommend going. There's always a lot of really good sellers and a nice mix of toys, and I always have a fantastic time there. And as you can see, I do always come back with something. Hopefully this video has been of interest to you. If it has, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it and want to help me out here at toy-polloi, then why not think about becoming a patron of the channel. You get early access to all of my restoration videos, plus access to an exclusive video series called On the Cutting Mat, where I show projects and restorations that you won't see anywhere else. So have a think about that, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching toy-polloi. Subscribe for more great videos.